Ready?
I'm still going. Go ahead.
Hi, guys. Thank you for joining. This is Essence of Medicine, and today we're doing Medical Fact or Myth, Spooky Edition. I'm Amanda Armagast.
And I'm Dr. Abbasi for Essence.
So, we've done this series before. I'm just going to be going through a list and asking Dr. Abbasi some medical myths or facts, and then he's going to say if it's true or not, and then maybe go into a little bit of detail, just a little bit if he feels like it.
And
Ready?
if you want to keep it spooky, spoiler alert, I will be a hardcore scientist, doctors, and may get the fun out of some of your things you believe in.
Don't worry, I'm used to that. Okay. Medical fact or myth? Cracking your back too much can cause arthritis.
Um, it is somewhere between. It's neither correct nor wrong. Cracking the back, most of the thing what we understand of cracking is a rapid motion of a joint that literally create a vacuum inside of the joint and make some of the fluid to a gas. That is what actual that cracking noise is. It's no different than like when you have a propeller in the water, it goes so fast, create a literally a vacuum behind the propeller, and you see these bubbles inside of the water coming behind the propeller. And if you move that joint too fast, that cracking noise is a sign that that joint is moving too fast. Such a fast motion is generally not the best for any joint in our body. So, but um, if it causes arthritis, I have to say there is no evidence that just doing it by itself causes arthritis. So, on this one, I have to say, um, stay away from it. But I cannot say that truly that's caused arthritis or not. I don't believe so.
Sure. Sometimes when I like just take a deep breath, my back actually does crack.
Now, many times to do those cracks, you have to put the joint to the maximum range of motion. Now, we know, like from Pilates, from yoga, it is sometimes good to put the joint to the maximum range of motion. It's just the fast and rapid motion that cause that cracking and may cause too much energy being applied to that joint. That part might be the part that it's damaging. That too fast, doing that motion too fast and applying too much energy to the joint. But we know that putting the joint once a while to the maximum range of motion is actually probably good for you in a controlled way without applying too much force at once.
Sure. So just like a werewolf, medical fact or myth, like a werewolf, the herniated discs can heal on their own. True or false?
True. As a matter of fact, I would say probably 8 to 9 out of time they heal by themselves if you just give them a chance. Imagine you have a wound in your arm and it's bleeding, it's wound. It doesn't stay wound, except if you poke in it every minute, then it won't heal. Same way, our discs are living material and they heal if you give it a chance, meaning that don't stress it out after it's already injured.
Okay. Fact or myth? During the day, so I'm not talking about from the time you're 20 to the time you're 80, but just during the day, do we shrink a little bit?
That is actually a fact. As a matter of fact, the average person from their prime to when they are 70 years old, they
No, during the day.
do you know what do you mean during the day? Oh,
For
in a
like,
day. Yes, yes. Well, it is very well possible that the our literally our the joints are stretched, our discs are stretched during the night when we are relaxed, and when we stand up, to a certain degree, they will probably reduce. But that I consider it very minimal, probably less than half an inch or so.
okay.
But what you get to but that we shrink when we age, that is a fact, and that can be significant. That can be sometimes 2, 3 inches or more.
Oh yeah, I've noticed my grandma has gotten a lot smaller.
Hmm. Now, but part of that is because of the scoliosis, meaning the spine bends the wrong way, and a bent rod is shorter than a not bent rod in the if you just measure from the height vertically.
Exactly. True or false? Kids get hyper eating after eating Halloween candy. Is sugar rush real?
Okay, repeat that question one more time because I couldn't make sense of it.
Is sugar rush real? Do you know have you heard of sugar rush?
Yeah, sugar rush in is real, meaning that if you have too much sugar, it get absorbed in your body. That actually releases endorphins, and that literally gives you a rush. You need to understand in nature, actual sugar is a rare thing. So what that means is that it's very sought after, and it put actually or your body in a frenzy. Hey, I have sugar. Let's do something with it. So yes, sugar rush is real. But your question was something else, right?
Well, I said, like, do kids get hyper when they eat a lot of candy?
Kids get hyper. Well, I guess kids are always hyper, most of them are, but probably giving them more sugar, it does make them more hyper. Yes, sugar rush and hyperactivity after consuming too much sweets in kids is real.
I think the biggest culprit isn't actually the sugar, it's the environment because Halloween kids are hyper, they're excited. There's a lot of stimulus going around. So I
Yes, they
think the
are.
added stimulus is what makes them really hyper.
Well, it's a combination, probably. Yes, it is.
Okay. True or false? You can slip a disc by sneezing too hard.
That can actually be true. I mean, any very rush motion and so on can cause a lots of things. Like if somebody has a hernia and they sneeze hard, all the abdominal pressure goes up, your motion that comes with it goes up. It is possible. I would say it is a possibility.
Okay. True or false? When you're out trick or treating in the cold, it can cause a flare up of back pain. The cold
Well,
weather causing back pain.
Um, we know that this kind of problem in the spine are more common in when the season weather changes, it get cold and so on. We don't understand exactly the mechanism of it. If it's the cold, if it's the like change of just our posture during the cold months, putting more clothes on and less activity that comes with being more, sedentary or in-house and so on. But we know that in the especially in the fall and winter, back problem are more common. We don't, and then but there's another rush of back when in spring people go to gardening and so on. Activity increases. Then in summer with the sport and so on. I don't believe we understand that enough to make a determination if it's the cold that's causing that or other activity that goes with that. But
Sure.
statistically, we know that when the weather changes, people's back pain or back problem get more common.
Okay. After death, is it true or false that your body keeps growing hair and nails?
That is actually a myth. This is not true. Most of that comes with what we call the dehydration of the body. Like you see that, and that actually comes from having executed uh, people and then they see they were shaven and then when they go to morgue you see they have a small little beard or something. That is where it's come from, this myth. And the reason for that is when the skin dehydrates it retracts, and those hair that were at the skin level now they are above the skin level. So that is a myth. It's not a once the oxygen supply to our body stops, most of our cells, individual cells, even the most robust one, they die within hours. And that's not enough for any kind of growth.
Okay. So, fact or myth? And I'm not talking about during an accident or like severe trauma. I guess we can talk about cracking like this. But can you break your neck by turning your head too fast?
Hmm. I don't believe you can yourself break your neck by turning it too fast. But if somebody else does it for you, obviously we know that's possible.
Yeah, of course. Ghosts could just be caused by carbon monoxide poisoning, fact or myth?
What can be caused by carbon monoxide poisoning?
Visualizing a ghost.
Well, we know that uh, carbon monoxide poisoning can literally turn off your brain. We know that between you being conscious and you being unconscious, there is a phase that your brain does lots of crazy stuff. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but that you can have, I can imagine that you have hallucination in the phase that you go from being conscious to unconscious, but often that happens very fast. Everybody as well knows when you fall asleep, when you're awake and then you're sleeping, then there is a phase that most of people have no control over, where you have something, you don't know if it's your thought, it is a dream, and that as well happen in the morning when you wake up. So always between a full consciousness and a full unconsciousness, there is a phase that our brain does funny things that we don't understand. So I would say that hallucination is possible. Seeing ghosts, well, I don't believe in ghosts, so I don't know what to say about that.
Okay. I would say it's a fact. Okay, so we only have a couple more. This is just going to be a really quick one. True or false? Are your bones stronger than steel, ounce for ounce?
No, they are not. Don't ever try to fight steel, but not even close.
Okay, so it's not true that your bones have more tensile strength, ounce for ounce?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. True or false? Do you lose most of your body heat through your head?
Um, Not most of your body, but per weight, your head loses more heat than any other place in your body. But the rest of your body is so big that it literally radiate more heat. But our head is the most perfused and most practically is that the place that has more surface per volume. So it is true that for the weight it has, it loses way more radiation and is as well perfused a lot. Our brain is very, very energy hungry. As a matter of fact, right now, our brain is probably consuming 30 to 35, maybe even 40% of your energy requirement right now, even though it's such a small piece of your body. And that's actually a marvel of um, evolution, how evolution decided that such a small volume, it's okay to spend so much energy on it.
Okay, last one. Fact or myth? Are black cats bad luck?
Oh, that's a total myth. I mean, um, and I have no idea how it comes, but that probably has a root in lots of misconception from Middle Ages, actually, than in reality.
Exactly.
And but
Black
that has consequences. That the sad thing is, like in Texas, about 60 to 70% of the cats that are put to sleep, euthanized, are black cats because nobody wants them.
Yeah, I've
So,
heard that. But I
yeah,
have heard that statistic is changing. They're not really doing,
good,
like,
good,
people are starting to
excellent.
realize how stupid that was.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. This was Essence of Medicine, and we did Fact or Myth. I'm Amanda Armagost.
And I'm Dr. Abbasi for Essen. Thank you for joining us.
Just end the live. Don't end the call.
End the live.
Yeah, just end the live, but not the stream or not
Okay,
the Zoom.
okay, got it. Give me a second.